Hi guys, Roz Green here with How to Blog 101, and I am really excited. We are coming down to the wire. In this session, we're going to be talking about how to add pages and posts to your blog. Now, first of all, let me explain to you what the difference is between a page and a blog post. We're going to use my blog as an example. If you'll notice right across here, this is called a menu. And on the menu will be pages that are always going to be there with whatever content I have on those pages. So somebody could come to my blog a year from now, 2 years from now. If I never change these pages, this information will always be available. Let me give you an example. About the author. I'm the author, that's never going to change. So that's a page. Work with me. That might change, but work with me is not going to change. What might change is the content that I have on this page, but I'm always going to have a page that will give people an option or an opportunity to tap into the things that I'm doing. Contact Roz. These are the kind of things, these are staples is what I call them. These are things that for the most part are never going to change. This particular theme happens to give an option for two separate menus. I call this my top menu, and this is my bottom menu. On my bottom menu, I have some of the main topics of interest about my blog. And so I'm always going to have the information about basic blogging and social networking and affiliate marketing. Now, I can change these pages at any time that I want, but the bottom line is this. Anytime anybody comes to my page, this information is going to be available. Now, a blog post, or the post that you see on this left column of my blog, these things change daily. What I mean by change daily is that every time I add a new blog post, then the ones before it will get moved down. So let's say if I'm posting to my blog every day, in 2 weeks, this information won't be on my homepage any longer. People can still access it if they just go to my archives. I have an archives tab at the top. I also have it, right here in my sidebar. So they can always go to it, but they'd have to specifically be actually looking for something that has that particular topic. So the post, you can call it as your chronological content. This is content that will continuously be added. It will go into your RSS feed. If you don't know what that is right now, don't worry about it. You'll find out more on that later. But this is content that is constantly being changed. And this is the information, your blog post is the information that's going to keep people coming back to your blog, because your goal is to constantly update your posts with new, current, and relevant information for your niche market. So these are the things that are going to change. So this is your post again, and these are your pages. If someone were to click on one of the titles of your blog post, then it's going to come up like a page, meaning that entire page now is going to show that full article. However, it will still move down in the ranks and eventually will not be seen. So let's go through how simple it is to actually add posts to your blog. Right here where it says post on my dashboard on the home page, I'm simply going to click add new. And you're going to give your post a title, and then this is where you write the content of your post. You can save the draft right here, and you can review it, take a look at it, make sure it says what you want it to say, that it means what you want it to mean. And once you're happy with the information that you've written, then you're going to click publish. So let's just real quickly say, I'm going to put a title. This is my first post. Okay. Once you give it a title, what's going to happen? The link is going to automatically be generated right here. So if you were to copy this link and email it to someone or put it any place on the internet, it will take them to this specific post, and every post is going to have its own unique URL. Now, let's say that I don't want my URL to be this long. Let me clear that so you can see it. Right now it says myvideotalkreview.com. This is my first post. Let's say I don't want it that long and I want to change that. Well, I can click on the edit button, and here I can just put first post. You want to make sure that you're putting dashes between all of your words so that it's easy for the search engines to know what it is that you're talking about. Click OK. And even though my title remains, "This is my first post," the link just says first post, and it makes it easier for me to tell people, or if I wanted to share it in, in an email or something like that. Okay, now that I've got that here, I'm going to put, "This is where I add the text." And you can put as much or as little text as you want. It makes it very, very simple. And one last thing I'll show you is if you want to add an image, you simply go right here to this first little box and it says add an image. You click on it, and I'm just going to go to the images, let's say from my computer, and I'm going to use the browser uploader. Okay, going to click on that. Then I'm going to click on browse, and whatever comes to mind. Let's just, I'm not in pictures. Let me go navigate to where my pictures are. And I'm going to go to Internet Miscellaneous. And let's just say I'm going to, you know what? Well, yeah, I'll do that for now. And I've uploaded this. Now, also what you always want to do is make sure that you add a title to your images. A lot of people leave the alternate text portion blank, but it really does help with SEO, believe it or not. So I would say, my first blog post, or whatever it is that you want to name it, and then you put a description, because if your picture shows up on the internet, and it often will when people are putting in different searches and things, you want to, they may not be looking for you, but if they find you, you want them to know what it's about. It might be something that will interest them, and they will end up clicking and finding your information. So you're going to put a description there, and then simply decide whether you want to put it on the left, in the center, or on the right, and you're going to insert it into the post. And now here is your information. So now that we've got our image posted, we've got a little bit of text there, and we have saved the draft. Of course, I'm not going to publish this, but at least we'll get an opportunity to see what it's going to look like on the blog. Once you save it, you can click preview, and let's take a look at what we've got. Now you can see this area that before was blank has the actual content that we just placed. So this gives you a chance to really play around with and see what you want to do. Again, this is just a theme that we played around with, but what you want to do is pick something that's going to fit your personality, that's going to fit the niche that you are marketing to, and that's going to be easy on the eye. And then play around with it, and then start writing your posts and your pages. On this particular theme, what I can see is that the menu is actually looks like one of the widget areas. Instead of going across, it's right here. So as you add pages, you will see that your menu will start to grow here on this particular theme. So again, whatever theme that you choose, check it out and make sure that it does exactly what you want it to do. You guys, you are well on your way now to getting your blog up and going. The very next thing that you need to understand is how to get traffic to that blog. Because I will tell you, it doesn't matter how great your blog looks, how wonderful your content is. If nobody is seeing your blog, then it's not doing you, them, or anybody any good whatsoever. So you definitely want to learn how to drive traffic. That is where the money is. That's where the fun is. That is where the purpose comes into play when you're doing a blog that will bring revenue and extra income into your household. So it's going to be very important for you to get the information that you need to get. I will put some links here that will give you places where you can go. Actually, some products that I've used, some things that I have made available to my team members. For those that are members of the society here on my blog, you'll be able to have access to a lot of extra things that are not available just to regular visitors. So again, thank you for taking the time to check everything out, and hopefully you are now on your way to getting your blog online. It's been real, and I look forward to seeing you guys in more videos very, very soon. Take care and have an awesome day.